Hello everyone, I'm Namita Kottupalli. This is a video covering all about JEE preparation. So yeah, let's get started. In case you have missed my introduction, I've made a video on that. Do check it out. Uh, Also, a short intro about myself. I'm Namita from Hyderabad, Telangana. I'm a second year UG student at IIT Bombay in Computer Science Department. I've secured AR 44 in JEE Advanced 2020 and was declared to be the girls' topper of South India. I secured AR 136 in JEE Mains 2020, and I've also qualified INCHO. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so the books I used for my preparation. So let me just, yeah. So physics, for physics, basically I haven't used much reference books. For the theory part, I used to follow my class notes and I referred H.C. Verma. This is a very standard book for both theory and basic examples actually. uh, yeah, it's a very good book. And for practice questions, that is for advanced level questions, I practiced Irodo. This has really nice questions actually in electricity and magnetism chapters also. Yeah, so this is what pretty much I did. And and I haven't solved Pathfinder much. uh, like uh, Students keep asking about Pathfinder, like they are so fascinated with the book. But I haven't solved much of it. Yeah, if you are interested and if you are confident enough to solve really advanced problems, you can also refer to this book. But I wouldn't recommend it for IDJ. So coming to uh, chemistry, chemistry for inorganic. For inorganic, I wouldn't recommend much books. What I did was I just followed my class notes. This is the basic thing you could do for any subject. Uh, Basic thing you should do, you must do. Class notes is a must. And uh, I followed NCRT thoroughly. NCRT is like uh, Bible for chemistry. Uh, Actually, like for inorganic chemistry, NCRT is much preferred for main syllabus because direct questions will be asked from this book sometimes actually. So for physical class notes, and I have referred Atkins actually. It's a really nice book for electrochemistry and other topics. Yeah. For solid state, NCRT is really uh, recommended. Actually, for every branch of chemistry, NCRT is definitely recommended. And there are like few specific books for each other branches. For inorganic, like you can also refer to JD Lee. Uh, this is a bit high level book, but it's okay. You can refer it for any doubts you have. And for organic, and for organic, uh, as said earlier, NCRT is a mandatory. Mainly for hydrocarbons and etc. chapters, like for the synthesis of hydrocarbons etc. There will be like standard methods of preparing or standard reactions of hydrocarbons, like those are really important. And you can also use Peter Sykes for any doubts. This is also a really good book. I don't think there are much questions for in it to get some practice, but it's a really good book for theory. You can refer it for any doubts you have. Actually, I have referred it particularly for solvents chapter actually. like that solvents topic is covered in real depth in this book with all explanations given. You can just go through it once if you have any confusions in it. Yeah, and math for math, I didn't really use any reference book. All I did was following the class notes, what was taught in class, and for practice also, I haven't used any reference book. What I did was I just used previous year JE paper for both mains and advanced. This is really, really recommended for every subject actually. Um, it's like it gives you a flavor of up to what extent JE people can ask. So this is, I would really, really recommend every one of you to solve previous year papers frequently, like often. Yeah, and for math, uh, that's it. This is what I practiced actually, and your assignment, obviously. In math, just get the grip over the concept, and just do as many problems as you can. Just expose yourself with different variety of questions. That is what I would. Yeah, I've pretty much covered everything. Yeah, this is a really, really important point to note here. Uh, Previous year JE papers is a really important source for questions actually. Um, yeah, that's it, pretty much. Yeah. So my study schedule. Okay. This is how it used to be. So uh, it should actually be divided to before lockdown and after lockdown. Uh, so before lockdown, it used to be like I'm telling about my 11th and 12th standards. So before lockdown, it was like I used to wake up at 6 a.m., like be in the study hour at 6 by 6 a.m. And from 6 to 8, there was a morning session, study hour session. And then from again 8:30 roughly to 12:30, no, actually 10:30, there was another period. Then 10:30 to 10:40 to 12:30, 12 or 12:30, there was another period. And then we had lunch break for about 2 hours. That is when I sleep actually. So again, 2 p.m. it starts, and then it goes till 8 8 p.m. With a break in between, a short break in between. And then again from 8:30 or so to 10:30 actually, 10:30 p.m. Yeah, this was pretty much my schedule. And in this, we had math, physics, chemistry, obviously, and also the self study periods. Um, Self study. So these used to be according to our teachers, like they would decide if it's a teaching session or a working session, that is to solve the problems. And in the self study, it's all by ourselves. We used to plan what to do, like to complete the um uh, tasks given that day, or to revise the previous concepts, or just solve previous year papers or anything. That is what we used to plan by ourselves. And yeah, pretty much. I didn't actually study after 10:30. Like at least, not at least. Okay, not frequently, but yeah, just before exams. Yeah, it varies. So yeah, pretty much this sums up my study schedule. And in self study, actually, in my self study, I actually focused more on physics because, uh, like I would have mentioned earlier, physics is a subject I feel I am weak at. So I used to spend much time in physics actually. Yeah, finally, the subject I thought I'm weak at has fetched me the maximum marks. Yeah, so that's it. With practice, you can just overcome any weak point you have. So yeah, uh, this is before lockdown, and after lockdown, like in lockdown, uh, yeah, so, in lockdown, we all know like we are at home, and it's kind of like all self study. Uh, it was all by ourselves. We used to plan everything for ourselves. Like um, it's like you were responsible for whatever you do. If you could pass time by just chilling, or you could just be disciplined and study. So as it was all still self study, I approximately planned my day as approximately 9 a.m. to say 9 p.m. with breaks in between, obviously. Uh, yeah, but I was disciplined enough. Um, and Yeah, usual thing. And in lockdown, like actually, uh, by the outbreak of lockdown, we have already completed our syllabus. So lockdown mainly, I've used the lockdown time to improve my confidence in physics. I have solved a lot more problems than I actually did in uh, 2 years before. So yeah, I've made an advantage out of lockdown time. So yeah, and here I am. Yep. My exam schedule. So this is how it used to be. So we had our tests on every Sunday. Every Sunday we had two papers of advanced model, like in the same timings, 9 to 12 and 2 to 5, like the actual JE timings. We had paper one and paper two. Yeah, this practicing giving tests this way, like in the exact same timings of actual JE advanced, will actually help you. Like you will get acquainted to the timings and writing 6 hours of papers that in the same day. So I would recommend you all also just practice giving two papers in the same day. Yep. And about JE means uh, we had JE means papers on Monday. That is alternate Mondays we gave our JE means papers. Um, yeah, JE means yeah 9 to 12. Yeah, we focused more on advanced papers actually. Yep, dealing with stress at different levels of preparation. Yeah, so let me categorize this. So I would say this could be divided into your 11th class, 12th, and lockdown. Uh, yeah, this is like I'm telling about my like how I dealt it. So yeah, 11th and 12th pretty much. So in my 11th class, I was like a normal average student. Just I I pretty much wasted a bit of my time. So in 11th, I was just focused on uh, like building my class notes and my short notes actually. That has been a good advantage for me. Uh, I mainly focused on preparing short notes, and in 12th class, I used them to revise whenever I wanted. So yeah, uh, preparation related stress in 11th class. See, in 11th class, it's like you're still building your preparation. So if you like at any point, if you feel that I think I don't know this topic, I think I'm not confident in this topic. if at any point you feel that way, then just it's okay, you still have time. In 12th class, like, you still have time, but just don't give up on it. Just, maintain your class notes, maintain your short notes, and in 12th class it will be really useful for you. Like, you would appreciate yourself for doing it, like I did. So, in 12th class you will really have time to, go back to your weak areas and work on them. So just don't give up on them. Just don't give up on the subject actually. Like, don't form impressions about the subject that you hate the subject and all. No, don't do that. Uh, just note them down separately that you need to work on them. And whenever you find time, whenever you find free time for self study, just go through the list and keep working on them. That's it. In 11th class, you like, just be aware of the topics you are not confident at, but just don't panic. You have a lot of time to work on them actually. Just plan yourself correctly. Just make a list of the topics and work on it whenever time permits. Yeah. um, in your 12th class, if you feel preparation related stress, that is, you gave some exam, you gave some test, and you didn't get a question. If you didn't get a question, that can be categorized into many categories actually. Like, one could be, you don't know the concept. You don't know the concept. And second could be, you freaked out in exam. Like, you know the concept, but you couldn't do it in exam. Third is, you actually didn't try the question. That could be, um, um, just a minute. Yeah, this could be also because of many reasons. One could be a time factor, or one could be you were just scared looking at the question. Like, the question looked big and you just didn't want to try it, or somehow the terminologies scared you. It could be anything. So, yeah, if this is the case for a question, if you didn't know the concept, just uh, be a little cautious. Just after the exam, cover your loophole. Don't leave it. Actually, if you leave them that way, that will add to your lack of confidence actually. So whenever you find an error this way, that you don't know the concept, just uh, fix it up right away. Work on it right away after the exam. Don't let that pile up actually. Don't let these type of errors pile up. Just, you know once you rectify them, just work on them immediately. This is what I suggest. And for these type of errors, I will cover these in my next video about the exam related strategies, and how to analyze your mistakes after the exam and all. I'll cover this in my next video, so stay tuned. Yeah, yeah, I have covered them. And you can also take categorize this into another thing, like just a few days before exam. Yeah, if this is the case and you still don't feel confident in your preparation, like you have some stress about your preparation, that you don't know a particular topic or anything, so in cases like this, I would suggest, you better leave them actually. Because in last minute, if you you know uh, try to learn a new concept, and without proper practice you just enter into the exam, uh, I don't think, even if you know the concept, you would be confident in it. So what I would recommend is, in this case, just revise your old concepts rather than you know covering up the new concepts. Okay? So, yep, pretty much. In 11th class, just focus on your building your class notes and short notes. In 12th class, cover up any loopholes you have and keep revising your 11th class syllabus. And when you just have few days left for your exam, don't take stress related to preparation. you have done what you could do in your past 2, 3, or like so many years. Just be confident with whatever you have and focus on exam writing, exam management. This I would cover it in my next video. Yep. In 11th and 12th, just I mean in 11th mainly, just focus on building your concept along with giving exams properly. And in 12th class, both should be equally maintained, your preparation and your exam. Uh, few days or few months left to the exam, you should focus on your exam management more actually. Yep. Yep. Yeah, so few days before the actual JEE exam. Uh, yeah, so uh, students who have been preparing for 2 or 3 or more years for JEE, for the JEE advanced exam, would feel in two ways before in these in these few days left. Uh, they could take it negatively, like they could like the 2, 3 years of preparation can add pressure to them. Like they would feel that I've been preparing for 3 years for this one exam, that is for 6 hours exam, would decide or would reflect like my 3 years of preparation would be reflected in just 6 hours of paper. So this is a very big thing, and this will obviously tend to add more pressure on students. So this is the negative side of thinking. And the positive thing could be, you have been preparing for a 6 hours paper for 3 years. Like you have put your effort for 3 years to give this one paper. Like see how special it is, see how valuable it is, or see your determination in it. Like you've been putting your effort since 3 years. It's not one day or 2 day. It's like 3, 4 years, right? So just make the day special, and all the effort you put in now, you have put in, should be converted into your confidence on that day to give the paper. You should feel like, yes, I know it. I've been practicing this for so long, and I can do it. This is the positive side one can think of. So it's up to you what you choose. I have taken it positively. I have been, really, really cool on my exam. I thought I would freak out, but no, I converted it in a positive way. So I was really cool on my exam day. So yeah, see, if you're really cool, and if you're yourself in your exam, then you could actually perform what you have learned. Else the tension would even reduce your performance, even reduce your natural performance you could do without any pressure, right? So tend to avoid any tension on the final exam day. Like just practice doing this in your every mock test you give. I will also talk about this in my next video, so yeah, do check it out. So yeah, coming to the preparation tips, few days before JEE advanced exam, you could consider revising your short notes. Uh, if you feel you're not confident in any particular topic, you can also go through your notes on it. I wouldn't recommend any learning any new topic in this uh, few days, as said earlier. And you would have already covered previous year questions by now. If not, then this is mandatory. Previous year papers, previous year papers, and the most important thing is, don't panic. Just be yourself. Just calm and cool. Just relax. That's it. Have a peaceful mind. Yeah. And for JEE mains, you can also add revising your extra syllabus, because those are the things which you tend to forget generally, how many ever times you read, because they tend to have less logic, and they are more of memory based. So you can consider revising your extra syllabus a few days before JEE mains. Yeah, this pretty much sums it up. And here, so here's some information about the academy classes. Iconic and Plus. Oh, just a minute. Iconic classes and Plus classes. So with these classes, you get to avail these features like personal guidance, one-on-one guidance from top experts, and test analysis of every exam you write, and expert guidelines, as you have seen. Uh, Study materials, specialized notes, as I've mentioned, which is very, very important. Um, and also study planners. Yeah, so an academy is providing you with these awesome features to make your preparation easy. Yep, so do check them out. And yeah, these are the features again, Iconic and Plus subscriptions. You can also use my referral code Namita44 to avail these features. Yeah, do check them out. I feel they're great. Yep. Yeah, here's some information about upcoming batches in December on an academy. So yeah, if you could, if you want to um, start your coaching in an academy, do check these out. Uh, yeah, thank you. Do subscribe to an academy's YouTube channel. Uh, I will be uploading many more videos on this. I will be here to give you tips and tricks about JE preparation and exam strategies. So yeah, do follow it. Thank you.